Hey, everybody. I hope you're doing well. For the last few weeks, we've been talking about John 15, how Jesus is the vine and we are the branches. And as I've been reviewing these pieces of scripture and sharing with you and reflecting on these verses myself, I kept being reminded of this lesson about being pinched and how it related to John 15. And I felt like I had shared it before. So I went back into the recesses of all of the videos that I've posted, or at least some of them, and looked at the devotions that I've done. And I found it. I found this video about being pinched that I had learned from somebody else and had shared in a devotion. And I want to share that with you rather than trying to retell it. And as you watch this video, I do pray that you are encouraged and that it will help you on in your journey with Jesus and through life. God bless. Hey everybody. I want to share with you something that I am going to first off admit is not my idea, but it is something that has been rattling in my head for some time. A number of weeks ago, I had the opportunity to join in with a bunch of men in my community for an Impactus men's conference, and one of the speakers was Pastor Steve Taylor, and he had been preaching out of John 15, but he had mentioned specifically the pruning that happens in our life, that as we are attached to the vine that is Jesus, and as we let him kind of be the gardener of our life, and we let God prune things in our lives. If you're anything like me, you would think pruning is just cutting off, just removing things. And that's really what I had thought. That's anytime I read that piece of scripture, that's what I thought, kind of pruning away the bad things, the things that are keeping us away from being able to bear good spiritual fruit. But Pastor Steve, he referenced an opportunity that he had to talk to someone who tends to the grapevines and prunes them and cares for them, and said that one of the ways that they prune, one of the ways that they care for the vine, is to actually pinch the buds of certain grapes or certain flowers to make sure, maybe they're aware that there's a storm coming, or they know that they're just not healthy enough or not big enough, so they'll actually pinch and kind of twist it so that it has more time to grow. But sometimes in our life, this idea of being kind of pinched and stopped from blossoming, stopped from growing, we feel like we're being held back. We don't see it as this opportunity that God has given us to get healthy or to get stronger or to grow. And I can think of times in my own life that I have felt that way, that I'm ready to run. I'm ready to go for something. And yet there's something, be it God, or there's some situation that it feels like I'm being held back. And I have to rest in God. I have to trust the gardener, that pinching, that correcting, that holding me back, maybe preparing me for something, or maybe protecting me from something. But it doesn't make it any easier for us when we just have this desire to go and do great things, and we feel like we're being held back, or we see things in other people's lives are blossoming, other great things are happening to those around us, and we feel like we're stuck here, stuck in the everyday, stuck and not given this opportunity to grow. So I don't know, as I've been thinking about this, I have to admit it's like I said, it's been in my head for a lot, because I've had these moments. Even right now, I can say there are certain things in my life that I'm feeling that pinch, and really having to trust the Lord and knowing that it is His will and that He knows better than me. And I pray that when the time is right, that I will blossom, that I will grow. And I pray that for you as well, that if you're feeling that pinch, or you're feeling like you're being left behind, trust in God. Trust that He's preparing you, or He's protecting you, because He is the gardener, and He wants you to bear the best fruit that you can. God bless. Take care.